What's up? What's up? Yeah, we do got something to talk about. What's going on, though, man? What's up? How you doing, brother? Hope all is well with you, man. But yeah, man. We got. Let's see how did that change the look? I don't even know. We do. Freddie Bread, what's up? Alan, how you been? I've been good. I've been good, man. Just chilling, working. Y'all know the normal. Ishan, what's up, my boy? Yo, I need to Yo, I wish I could go to it on. See, I'm on my phone, so it has been a while. Can I reply right here? No, dang. Oops. Oh, I didn't do nothing wrong. I used to do this on my computer. I'm doing it on my phone right now, so I'm trying to view it on YouTube. My bad. Y'all gotta work with me. You have to run that fade back with the 49. Definitely gotta run that fade. Definitely gotta run that fade. Facts. I'm trying to figure out. I got the link. I'm in my car because I got guests in my house that are loud. I got the link, Eshawn, for you to join, but I don't know how to. It's different from my phone. But yeah, man, it's good to see y'all. Glad y'all in here. Okay, let me see. Is that the link? I don't know that link post. Deontay, what's good, man? What's up, man? Be pleasantly surprised to see this one. Glad killing more. Invite guests. Glad you're back online. Yeah, I'm back. I had to come back for this one, man. So, Ishan, you don't see, is there not a chat that you can see? Dang, work with me here. I never done it from my phone. That's what she said. Oh, you can do all type of stuff, fire stuff on here from the phone. Oh, okay. Let me see. Let me see if that's the link. There go the link right there, Ishan. See, can you click on that link right there? See, can you tap that link and come in here? I ain't got but an hour, y'all. I'm trying to get this show rolling. We about to talk. We about to talk. There you go.
What's up,
What's up,
man?
my boy?
How you doing, man?
What's going on, man?
I'm doing okay. How about yourself?
Man, I'm alright, man. I'm alright, bro. Man, it's
That's
good to
good.
see you, man.
Yeah, dude, it's been a while, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Crazy.
man. Man, it's been rough, man. Just life, man. You know how it go.
Yeah, no, it's been busy for me myself too. Just I got a movie I'm shooting in October, so just left and right, I'm auditioning people. I'm gonna be meeting my makeup artist tonight as well. So hectic, hectic, but everything's so far so good. Hope everything's going good with you and your
It
family.
must be big if you shooting away out that far in October.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just prepare early. That's about it.
Okay, I got you.
Not many directors do that, but you know what?
Okay.
This is my biggest project, so I gotta do my due diligence and get everybody. Plus, I'm leaving out of town in a couple of weeks, so like gotta you know get
You
ready and
leaving
all
the,
that kind of stuff. So,
you leaving the
but
country?
yeah, just to spend some time with my family in
You
India. So
going back home for a while?
just a couple weeks. Yeah, that's
That's
about it.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah. How is everything going with you, man? You know,
Man,
you're
everything good, man. I've been wanting to come on so bad, man. I be my work schedule's so crazy now. I never know what. Like I had to
yeah.
work last night, so after the game,
Mhm.
I got maybe 2 hours of sleep. Cause I was like, I don't
Oh.
give a damn what I got to do. I'm not missing this game, so I
no,
didn't
I
miss the
was
game.
yeah, man. Well, I mean, what are your thoughts? I mean, I was pleasantly surprised that I didn't expect 31-14, I'll be honest with you. Cause I mean, honestly, man, like this whole season, I've been in a just a let's see mindset. I can't lie, but for the fact that I mean, last year we went through the same thing, right? And I was like, I don't want to just, you know, get my hopes up and then all of a sudden be let down again. And so, you know what I mean? I was like, so I'm glad we slayed Tom Brady finally, but it's on to San Francisco, man. That'll be a tough game. So, like, we gotta,
Do
so
you
let's
got
see.
you have Cowboys champ number?
I do not know.
Damn, I can't exit out of here to send it to him. I want to send it to him so bad, but yeah, man. Man, man, it's talking to Cowboys corner. We talk every day, and we, all week we just been back and forth about how we feel, and Brando Brady was so damn confused with the Cowboys running. He was.
Yeah.
Cowboys fan for the first time on United and a wait to see it. They are for the first time. They are,
Yeah.
but all week me and Cowboys champ been not Cowboys champ. Me and him been talking too, but me and Cowboys corner been back and forth about how we feel. One minute I'm like, they're gonna do this. They're gonna go out there and do the things. And the next minute, I'm like, man, oh boy, gonna stink it up. You know what? After Washington, I said, man, that gonna stink it up.
Yeah, man. I don't know because I mean, like, Washington was, I mean, I texted you about this too. I mean, it was just like, that's exactly why I don't know, man. Because I mean, like, we have this, and this is what frightens me for San Francisco as well. I mean, like, I
Man,
think in the
tap that
playoffs,
link 1980. Come on in here, man.
I think in we have the widest margin for success and failure. In a sense, I mean, like, I can see us easy. I mean, we play like we did yesterday. We can do really good, but then we can also stink up the joint too. You know what I mean? And I mean, that's not good. That's what scares the shit out of me, man. I can't lie. I mean, what happened against Washington? I mean, I get it. It happens. But what worries me and what pisses me off is the overconfidence. I remember I texted you about this the other when we after the Washington game. It's just like these guys get so. I mean, we go on a 12-game winning streak, fine, whatever. But I mean, they get so cocky off of a winning streak. What is there to be cocky about to fucking begin with? You know what I mean? Okay. And then yesterday's game, all props to you. You know me, I've been a Dak fan since day one. But like I've never seen him play that well. And so I'm really happy that he did. But I don't know, man. I mean, Brett Maher got on my damn nerves yesterday. I don't know if you saw it in the game after I think he missed the third field goal. Dak slammed his helmet on the sideline. Did you see that in the game?
Yeah, he was like, go for the fucking two.
Yeah. So his confidence is shot, man. I think. I mean, once he goes into the tank, I mean, I don't know. I mean, what do you think about that?
It's kind of tricky, man. I tell you
Right,
this,
that's the
man.
thing.
What happened with Brett Maher last night is not the same what happened with Dan Bailey. Dan Bailey was consistently stinking it up.
Right,
Dan Bailey had just became bad, period.
right, yeah,
Like Dan, he even when he left, he went to the Vikings, I think, and even after a while there, they got rid of him. It got
yeah,
to the point where Dan
yes,
Bailey was just stinking it up. He just had lost.
yeah,
It was just over for him. I
yes,
don't think that's the case with Brett Maher, man. I think the lights was really bright. He know how big the field goals are. And then after that first kick, after that first miss, I feel like it. I
that
felt like
was
right. I
yeah,
told my lady she was watching the game when he missed that. First. She was like, "Oh my God, he missed." I said, "He gonna miss another one." I didn't think he was gonna miss four. I said he gonna miss another one. I said,
I
"Cause
did
now
too.
what I
Four.
told her, I said this after the first one, I said he's gonna overcompensate for that first one, but he didn't overcompensate until the third miss,
Until the third
where he
one. Yeah.
kicked it all the way back the other way. But I thought he was gonna do it on the second one. I said he's gonna miss the next, but he's gonna overcompensate. But I don't feel that
Mhm.
like everybody like once you get the yip is over. I don't feel like he's gonna come in the next game and be that bad. I really think Brett Maher has been really solid.
No, he
Like
has.
his
Yeah.
percentages in the 90s, man. Like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
he's been really good. The dude,
That's fair.
you remember when he kicked that 60 and they blew to Wilson and took it back and he kicked it again?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I don't think his confidence is shot all the way like going to the next. I like what Dak said.
Hmm.
Dak said he told him, man, look, I played like shit last week, man. He said, I
Yeah.
need you to get over it and move on because we
Yeah.
need you next
Yeah.
week. I
Yeah.
like that Dak told him that. I like
Yeah.
that. I
Right.
like that
Right.
Jerry Jones
Right.
immediately said we're not going to bring in a kicker. Jerry's a big liar. We all know that. He could bring in one. But I like that they're still trying to keep
Give him his
keep Brett
confidence
Maher
back.
confidence level at all
Yeah.
times. Because I'm not going to say they can do something big, but right now the Cowboys are looking good. They don't even have to be because Dak almost played a perfect game.
Right.
Dude was almost untouchable. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Right.
O
Right.
line did. And let me pause it for a minute, man. You know I want to give some credit to Tyler Smith, man.
Yeah. He's played really well. Yeah.
Dude,
Good for him. I mean.
first of all year he did good. Not
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
mention last night he had to
Yeah.
go from left tackle to left guard
No,
and
he's
then
had to
allow
do a lot
sack.
this year. He's had to do a lot.
Yeah,
I mean, switching between two positions the whole year. I mean, good for him as a
right. Just seriously, the dude he deserves some respect.
hundred
My
percent.
fear is that if we was to win against the Niners, it's going to take such a physical game that I can see them
Yeah,
handling after
yeah.
the
I mean, that's
Niners
a fair point, but
play old school. Well, here's my thing.
I mean, let's. I'm cautiously optimistic about this Niners game. Like until it happens, I don't want to say anything. Like I like 1980, I don't do the
Exactly.
shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how I feel. That
He's
was
100% right about that one.
that's how I feel. Cowboys corner. We talked about it today. I said, dude, I'm not gonna say this. I'm not gonna say that. All I know is we can play toe to toe with the 49ers.
Yeah, we can. It's just a
We
matter of who's
listen. Dak Prescott is better than Brock Purdy.
Yes. Yeah.
I do feel like I feel now. I tell you who I feel got confidence. I feel like Parsons got confidence yesterday.
Yeah.
The dude was all over the place. And first of all, I never gave this man enough credit. Well, I did 1 year. I'm gonna bring it back, man. Without Van Der Esch, I don't know, man.
Right. Yeah. I was gonna bring that up too. I mean, like, I didn't. I mean, when he was absent, like I think he missed a couple of games, right? Like, I didn't really see how much he was valued on our defense up until he went away. You know what I'm saying? And yesterday he was flying around, man.
He
Like,
was.
so,
He
like, he was playing
was.
really well yesterday. Yeah, absolutely. Going to your point about Brett Maher, like, I hear what you're saying. I mean, that's a good point. I mean, since it's the playoffs, you know what I mean? I'm a little bit scared, I guess, about it. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, because, I mean, I think with Dan Bailey, he was just so old at that point that, I mean, it was just time for him to go, I think.
Oh, that's a good point.
I mean, because many years was he with us? I think I want to say a decade, maybe 50, 12
I
years.
think it was either 8 or 10 years.
Yeah,
He was around for a long time.
Yeah, so I think
So that's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good
I
point.
mean, his last season with down the stretch of that, that I think it was Dak's sophomore season. I think it was just, age getting to him. Maybe I might be wrong about that, but the whole team stunk that, but that's a different point. But my only thing is, I mean, because Brett Maher has done really well this year. Like you were saying, but I mean, my only issue is, I mean, it's the biggest stage
It's
of
the
the year.
playoffs. I agree with you. I agree.
So, like, I mean, if he's going to San Francisco, like we both know San Francisco is better than Tampa Bay. So, like, we can't afford to give up. Those 4 points can be critical in the game. So it's like we I don't know. I mean, it's like I don't want to give up on him because he had such a good season, but at the same time, I mean, like, it's crunch time. So, like, it's one of those I'm up in the air about it. I don't know. So
I don't want to give up on him, man, because man, I understand you got to step up in the playoff, but man, he's been so solid. I just don't feel like that he's lost it completely. I do feel like he will have a better game, but at this point, there's nobody out there that you can go get because if there's anybody out there that you can go
True.
get, they probably haven't played football this year.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
I mean, we're in the midst of the playoffs. What you gonna do?
Yeah, that's a good
The
point.
only thing you can do is
Yeah,
keep the kicker you got who has been there and been clutch for you. Keep him confident.
right.
What you
That's
gonna do?
true.
You're gonna bring in. What if you bring in kickers and they suck? That's really gonna hurt my confidence. Oh man, they bringing in somebody else. Oh
Mhm.
man, don't do that.
That's
You can't. Anyway, in the midst of the playoffs.
that's a good point.
Anybody you bring in has been sitting at home or working for FedEx or UPS. Not saying nothing wrong with that, but they've been working a regular job. They haven't been playing football
No, that yeah.
because everybody else is on the team.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Cowboys are broad. What's up, man?
That's
Man,
a fair.
1980. In 1980, I posted the link and told you come. I'm gonna post it again. I want both of
Yeah,
y'all to
man.
win.
I want your opinion, 1980. Yeah.
Facts.
No, I
Yeah,
mean,
good
yeah.
job, man.
Yesterday's game was a good game. You know,
Let me post this link, man. Come on in here. You and Cowboys are bro. I ain't
man,
heard
come on in
Cowboys
here, man.
brother forever. Man. What they say? We have to put our big boy pants on and go to
Yeah,
war with the Niners.
that's a fair point. Yeah.
I'm
No,
gonna
I
tell
mean,
you what I like. I'm gonna tell you what I like. And a lot of people might not see this as a big deal. Let me see if they're ready to come in. Yeah. And a lot of people might not see this as a big deal.
mm-hmm.
But your coach not only has to be a good coach, he has to have good character.
Yeah.
And over the past 2 years, Mike McCarthy had no character. He's been dull. He's bringing out monkey butt powder. He's crushing watermelons.
Yeah, no, I heard.
What the fuck?
I don't know, man. I mean,
And then last night, Trayvon Diggs put the chain on him. He started dancing. I like that.
yeah.
That's the camaraderie you need in your locker room with the coaching. You know what I'm saying? Like that helps, man. That
100%.
helps a lot. You know, I love that, man. I love that. And he said he said it was a mixture of him trying to break dance and do the gritty. I ain't gonna lie, Mike McCarthy. It looked terrible, but I enjoyed it. I watched it a few times.
No, I saw a clip of it. I didn't see the whole thing.
I'm trying to see if these guys gonna call. I posted the league again, y'all, because we're gonna go through. We're gonna go through quarterbacks and O line, running backs, receivers, and everybody. We finna go through all this. So y'all
I
guys
just don't want my only fears. I mean, because even you look with coaching specifically, my only fears. I mean, again, the players getting too overconfident in a sense. Because I mean, you look at Philadelphia's game, for example. As good as we played in Philly's game, when we were, they kept passing the ball when we're up. Hey, how you doing? And
Cowboys the bro. What's up?
How you doing?
Hey man, what's good?
Man, it's been a long time, brother. How you been, man? I can't hear you, Cowboys bro, as usual.
Hey man, I've been all right, man. How about you?
You back in the States?
Yeah, man.
Okay, that's good, man. Hey, man, I've been good, brother. Just living life, man. Living life, man. You catch the game last night?
Oh shit, man. I don't miss Cowboy games.
Man, I tell you, man. Eshawn, you know who Cowboys abroad is?
No, I know. I've seen you in a lot of the chats, but we.
Man, let me tell you, man. Man, I'm telling you, boy. Back in the day, we used to go at it about Prescott, boy.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, they're back on them freaking Friday day years ago, man.
Mm-hmm.
We used to go with it by Prescott, man. I'm trying to see if 1980 gonna come in here so we can go jump in these topics. But before we jump in these topics, man, how you feeling? How you feeling about the team, bro?
I mean, shit, man. Hey, man, I think we good. I think we good offense, good defense. Hey, DJ, man, you know how to kick, man. You know how to do it. You know how to do the kicking. You know, we need to hold a kicking competition.
No, I don't. It ain't nothing I can do, man. It ain't nothing I can do. I'm just gonna hope Brett Maher figure it out, man. But let's go. 1980 probably coming here, man. I'm gonna start with your guy, Cowboys abroad, man. I'm gonna start with old Dakota, man. He's saying, man. Now, like you said, and we've seen this all year, and this is partially coaching too. These guys go out and they blow somebody out. They get overconfident. They start feeling themselves, and then they come out there and stink it up. They go have a week of practice. They don't really do much, and then they come out and they shit the bed.
Yeah.
Now, with the 49ers being as good as they are, and it being the playoffs, do you think they still will consistently go out there and just give it their all, or you think Prescott? First, two-part question: how you felt about Prescott game last night, and do you think it's gonna continue over, and they're not gonna fall into that habit of, oh, we cocky, or we smoke these boys, and we beat them, so we just gonna come out there and play? How you feel about last night and going forward next week?
Last night, I mean, like I mentioned, right? Like, I've been a Dak. First of all, I've been a Dak guy since day one, since he came into the league. A part of the reason why I was been such a big fan of him since his rookie year is that I'm not gonna lie. I mean, he's an underdog, right? He's overachieved for his whole career, and so I appreciate that. I love underdogs, and so I think he's a good quarterback. But my issue from last year and this year was his inconsistency. He is all over the place a lot, like down the stretch, and then even this year with the turnovers and everything. So my fear is, as great of a game as he played last night, I think it's the best game I've seen him play, even more than the Seattle game in the playoffs and the wild card. This was in terms of passing and a total game. My fear is with him, I've seen him do this before in terms of play a really good game, then a really shitty game. So what are we going to get against San Francisco? Frankly, there's no way to say. You know what I mean? And it's just like, that's really what, like, all props to him. He played fantastic against Tampa Bay. And I mean, I mentioned that I'm really happy that he was able to beat Brady in Tampa Bay, but his inconsistency worries me about, and it's not to say that he won't play well. I mean, I hope he will, but no. And so, I mean, like, he doesn't play consistent. That's my issue, man. I mean, and that's really what worries me about him. And I don't know. I mean, like, there's no way to, it's not with the great quarterbacks, you can predict something. I cannot, frankly. I mean, what fifth quarter Cowboys champs? What's up, man? I mean, even Cowboys abroad. What have we seen this year that can, even last year down the stretch, that'll give us confidence that he has the ability to play well? I'm not saying he doesn't, but in terms of production, game after game after game, because he played the best in terms of a clean game. This is in the past 8 games, he didn't have a turnover yesterday. In the regular season, he threw, 15 picks or something.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the consistency there to give me confidence that he can replicate it, even though his ability he can. Do you understand do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I'm in a no man's land situation with him. So, I mean, that's frankly something that, I mean, that's exactly why we were talking about it earlier, where it's like, this whole season I've been in a let's see mindset, not just with Dak Prescott, but the whole team in general. And to the overconfidence aspect of things, it's like, it's not, I mean, I don't know. It's just like, because he can stink up the joint again. Say, for example, he stinks up the joint against San Francisco. He'll get up to this, and he has 2 picks or whatever. He'll get up to the podium again and say the same thing about, oh, you know what, interceptions suck, this, that, and the third. And I've heard this many times.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, at what point are you going to prove it over a consistent stretch?
Good point.
And that's really what it comes down to. So in terms of a prediction, I'm cautiously optimistic.
Okay.
But I have to see it to believe it. That's really what it is for me.
That's a good. I like that. Cowboys champ, what's up, man?
How you doing?
What's up, everybody? Eshawn,
what's good,
my
man?
boy, abroad.
What's good, man?
Man, it's been a long time since we did this.
That's what I told him.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
It's almost like a family reunion.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Cowboys abroad, man. So, sometimes we see Prescott, he looked like a 7-year quarterback supposed to look.
Mm-hmm.
Then other times he looked like a 4th rounder supposed to look that just got here. Last week to this week, it's night and day.
Night and day, yeah.
Cowboys abroad, do you feel like how he played last night can spill over into next week? And how do you feel about his play last night?
Hey man, I think he played. I think he played a great game last night. I think he played a good game. I think the best work I've seen him play, man, was actually in the Minnesota game. And I think the last night's game was a replica of the Minnesota game. And I think, man, and I believe that the consistency is dependent upon the O line play. If the O line plays well, Dak plays well. If he has time to sit back there and analyze the defense, and he has that little extra second to read these defenses, Dak will pick you apart. He's as good as anybody in the league. And so I think as we get consistency in the O line, you see consistency in the QB play. We lost Turnstile in this O line. Tyron Smith just got back in this O line. But Beard got hurt throughout the season. So we've had some injuries on this O line. We've had 7 or 8 different O line combinations, and I think we finally figured it out. Combinations that work. With that line yesterday, it played in pass blocking. It plays about as well as I've seen it play in pass blocking. Now they've been pretty good with the run blocking. Overall, they've been pretty good with the run blocking. When it comes to pass protection and pass blocking, that's about as good as I've seen it. And then you take out Jason Peters, man. You insert McGovern and you rotate those. You rotate the tackles, and we still play well. Anybody got complaints about the O-line play last night?
Not last night, no.
So you don't have any complaints about the quarterback play. And so that's where I think that's where the issue lies. I don't really see an issue with consistency, as you might expect. I think that as we iron that out, we'll be good to go.
Okay, so you're pretty much saying that if the O line do their job, Dak is going to be all right.
Yeah, Dak is going to be fine if they do their job, because when they don't do his job, he rushes his read. He reads. He tries to get the ball out faster than he probably should. He don't take the time to get the right throw. He just throws the first throw. And those types of things, man, they burn you up. Because hell, it's like that damn pick six. They knew Dak was going to throw that damn man before it even came out of his hand, because he had to get the ball quick. The first guy was the first guy that they broke on, and away they go. So if he's got the time to sit back there and analyze defense, you ain't gonna have a problem out of that.
But let me ask you this though, just playing devil's advocate, like, isn't that a part of the NFL? Isn't it the guys on the other side of the ball that get paid $80 million, $100 million to be able to get around the O-line? Isn't Dak supposed to know that guy is a Pro Bowl defensive end? That guy is a Pro Bowl nose tackle. That guy's a Pro Bowl linebacker. So it's possible that these guys are going to come no matter what you do. I feel like it's a quarterback's job, especially in his 7th year, to be able to handle any type of pressure. I feel like there are certain quarterbacks that know what's going to happen, and they get their ball out in time enough. So I'm saying, like, it seems like you're asking for perfection. It seems like you're asking the old line to hold off these guys, but you got to know, just like Tyron Smith is a Hall of Famer, those guys, Nick Bosa, Joey Bosa, whichever one plays for San Francisco, he's going to be a Pro Bowl defensive end. So it's going to be times he's going to be beat. And there's going to be times where Dak's going to have to show that he's a 7-year quarterback with experience and know how to get that ball out before those guys get to him, which he did last night. There was one play where he recognized the blitz from a cornerback and he moved Michael Gallup out. Therefore, the cornerback wouldn't have had time enough to blitz him. So it kind of seems like you're asking for perfection when it's not even possible, because this is the NFL and those guys get paid too. They can't hold these guys for long enough for Dak to tie his shoe. I feel like Dak got to feel that pressure. You got to feel when somebody on you, and you got to know when it's time to get that ball out. And there's going to be times when you can't get through your reads in the time you need to. You got to get through them faster because it's just part of the NFL. So it's kind of seems like you're asking for perfection when it's not a possible thing in the NFL.
No, I'm asking for a professional level of pass blocking. You know,
Okay.
I'm asking for these guys. I'm asking for these guys to do their job. Now,
Okay.
some of these defenders are better than others. Sometimes the defense is just gonna win. You know, that's when you got to be able to do like that did last night, pull that ball down and get those 3 or 4 yards, that first down on your feet. You know, sometimes you gotta hit the check down. Sometimes you got to, you know, sometimes the offensive coordinator got to call passes, man, that to give you screen passes, to give you little passes out in the flat, give you those little short dump offs, to give you those little slants stuff to get the ball out fast. You know, there are times when you have to change. If you know you can't hold it, you can't hold the defender. Then you got to get the ball, and you got to get the ball out quick. I feel like that's when you got to go to the playbook, and you got to have a scheme that's designed to take advantage of that. And I feel like those matchups should be identified prior to the game. That should in the game plan. When you doing the game plan, they got Nick Bosa over there. You know they got Via Beto. You know
That's
they got
true.
over
That's
there.
true.
You know, yeah, you know the 49ers. You know the damn 49ers got damn top 5 defense. You know them motherfuckers got the rush. You know, and so you put bone on bone. Maybe you got to make sure that you have the best You got to make sure you have the best blocking combinations. You know, in order to help. To help facilitate those things. I mean, if you don't have an extra tight end, man, to help out Dan Thomas Smith with motherfucking Bosa, you got a problem.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
that's
I'm
a good point.
I'm not asking these guys to be perfect. I know there's other things that you can do, but at the end of the day, if you throw a 20-yard pass, you're gonna have time for your damn receiver to get downfield for 20 yards. Downfield, that's a problem. It looks as though in this game we fixed that. I'm thinking that we took last week, the week that we did the game, and we took the game and we worked on some of the things like the O-line that we haven't talked about. We looked a lot better in the game.
Hey, I heard some feedback. Somebody probably need to get their mic.
I think there's feedback from your end, man.
Hey, Cowboys. Hey, Cowboys abroad. Mute your mic real quick, Cowboys abroad.
I already muted mine.
I think it's 1980. I think it's on your end.
Quick, Cowboys abroad. 1980, you got some feedback. Dallas Cowboys fan 1980. The Power Man.
Yo, bro, you got some feedback, man. There's feedback coming from your feed.
Dallas Cowboys fan 1980. The Power Man.
If I can figure out, okay.
Boy, this feedback is bad.
There you go.
There
Okay.
we go. Okay.
Say, I got one thing to say.
No, I'm going to come to you right now. Don't even worry about it. I'm coming to you.
Okay.
You know I was coming to you next. I just wanted to introduce 1980 real quick. Bring my boy in, the Power Man.
Yeah, man.
The man with the plan. Been a fan
that?
before he could wear pants. Yeah, man. The man with the
I'm hearing feedback.
plan.
Can y'all hear me?
Better right now.
It's better now.
I'm hearing.
Yeah, it's better. I don't know if it's you or me. But when you talk, we all gonna mute when you talk. So when you're not talking, just mute. Right now, I'm gonna go to Cowboys champ. So when everybody else just mute.
Yeah.
Cowboys champ, man. You know, me and you text during the game. We talk about this. This is one of the sensitive topics me and you go through. So if 1980 muted, then it's somebody else. Cowboys champ. So when everybody else just mute.
Yeah.
All right, Cowboys champ, man. You know me, man. We talk about this is one of the. Yeah, somebody got a phone. Somebody got the phone and the computer going. We talk about Dak all the time. I'm coming to you next 1980. We talk about Dak all the time in text before the game, after the game. Isha made a good point. He's talking about this team. They'll go blow somebody out, and then they'll get cocky. They start feeling themselves. You know what I'm saying? They go have a practice week where they really don't pad up. They joke around at practice. They do this, they do that, and then the next week they stink it up. It's a two-part question. How did you feel Prescott played last night? And do you feel it will spill over into next week?
Okay. Now you know my opinion about Prescott.
Right.
He's a bus driver, but he's a dependable bus driver that can get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
Kellen Moore is not helping him. Because it's times where Kellen Moore, I used to say that Kellen Moore is using Madden as a playbook. No, he's using Tecmo Bowl. At least with Madden, you can scheme change the plays. But Tecmo Bowl, you got the same 4 plays or 8 plays.
Hey, what you said about Tecmo Bowl? That was a badass game.
I know. That's why I would like it. But Kellen Moore, I mean, man, it's like he don't know how to scheme. I mean, that's. Yeah. I mean that Prescott has shown that we can win with him. But when Kellen Moore calling all these so-called exotic plays, you're not scheming to run the balls, or you're not even motioning CeeDee Lamb so you can target him to kill the defense. That's not helping Prescott. And you know that our offensive line, they still is a work in progress. Even though they play good, you still got the scheme. And then with Zeke, man, Zeke ain't the same Zeke.
We're gonna get to him. Don't go to Zeke yet. We're gonna get to him.
But I'm just saying, we're going back to Prescott. Like after the first 3 drives, to me, Dak Prescott played the best game that I've seen him play since Minnesota.
Okay.
I mean, he had time. He was looking through his progression, had the open man. That's the Dak Prescott that I want to see. And kill him. And plus, the run and pass ratio was about even.
Yes.
Now, I know every game you're not going to have the same amount of run or same amount of pass. I know that. But Kellen Moore, he's a big part of the failure and success of Dak Prescott.
And
what was the part 2 of the question?
Do you think Dak Prescott played last night is going to spill over into this week, or do you think we're going to see something like we saw in the Washington game?
You know what? It depends on one person. His initial is KM.
Kellen Moore.
When you know for a fact, the 49ers and the Cowboys team really mirror each other. Both got a blitzing type defense. McCaffrey is our Pollard. What's the name? Debo? That's our CeeDee Lamb. And you got Keller, and we got plethora of tight ends that can do the same job. So yeah, it's gonna be an even game. But the problem is with Kellen Moore, you cannot, and I repeat, you cannot get complacent against this defense. This defense, if I'm hoping that we win. I'm hoping. But if somehow we can get past the 49ers, yes, we are going to Super Bowl. Because Eagles defense versus the 49ers defense, you see the Cowboys put up 40, even when that Prescott threw interception in that game against Phil last time.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it depends on Kellen Moore and helping Dak Prescott to get, if you see that blitz coming, the pad rush coming, change the plays. Do a hot route. Matter of fact, move motion CD around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's your goal. That's your go-to guy. And then with Pollard, throw him. No, if you can't run the inside, throw it to the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Utilize that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can win with Prescott. But I'm gonna say this, and I'm done. They said the first 3 plays of the game last night, Dak Prescott, he was rushing. The time was taking too damn fast until the third drive, and everything kind of slowed down.
Mm-hmm.
And really, yeah, you could put that on Dak Prescott, but also you could put that on Kellen Moore because again, the Tecmo Bowl type of play calling.
Okay.
Okay.
I got you. So your thing is Kellen Moore. I understand. That's cool.
I just want to confirm. I heard you say Dak Prescott was good when he had time to go through his reads and progressions, and he had time to throw the ball. He was good, right?
You're right.
All right.
Man,
Yes.
come on, go on, man. Trying to make your point right, man. Go on, man.
Yeah, you know what I say, but you know, with that Prescott rush, he's not Mahomes or Allen.
Yeah.
Real quick, before 1980 goes, I wanted to just clarify one thing that I was saying. So, I mean, Cowboys abroad, I agree with your point, man, about the O-line play, that directly affecting Dak's play.
Yeah.
My only not a pushback, but my only, I guess, if you want to call it a pushback, I'll say a pushback, but it's just like, that's not the reality of every game. And that's not the reality of what it is all the time, right? And my only thing is, I mean, his decision-making is what I was really talking about. You know, there's some throws that he's making, like the second pick six against Washington. That's on him. You know, like the decision is not there. And so that was my only point. But go ahead, 1980. I'm sorry, man.
1980. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? Abroad, I haven't seen in.
Right. That's what I said.
Abroad, Cowboys.
It's been so long.
Eshawn, what's up, man? Fifth, you need
to
come on, man. You need to come on with the videos, bro.
Yeah, man.
But wow, what a game yesterday!
Right?
Yeah.
What a game. You know, we Cowboys. It's hard. There's not a check big enough for all 5 of us to be a Cowboy fan. There's just not a check big enough. I've said all season long, they win 3 in a row, they lose 2 in a row. They win 5 in a row, they lose 2. They're like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. They're Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I've called them the Dallas Magicians. I've been mad. I've been happy. I've been sad. You know, I've been disgusted. You just have mixed emotions all the time. Yeah. And that's why I say when you get on here, don't be afraid to be wrong because you just might be wrong. And it's okay to be wrong. You get what I'm saying? Especially when it comes down to the Dallas Cowboys. That game yesterday, I made a live stream a week before against Washington and how we played so poorly. And I was upset. And I got comments and, last week you were mad and, you said we would lose. You damn right. I thought we were going to lose this game. I'm pretty sure I was not the only Cowboy fan on earth, on God's green earth, that thought we were going to lose yesterday.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's been our story for damn near 30 years.
Yeah.
So when you get hit like that over and over and over and over again, you can't help but think, okay, man, we're going to be one and done. Especially against Tom Brady, one of the greatest quarterbacks, if not the greatest quarterback that ever lived.
Yeah.
Ever played the game. But I'm a Joe Montana guy, so.
Yes, sir.
Whatever. But anyway, that game yesterday, that's what we've been waiting on.
Yep.
The way they played yesterday, it almost seemed like, and y'all don't kill me for saying this. It almost seemed like for the past month, they've been holding back. They've been holding like last week. I don't want to say they blew the game, but I don't think they put the effort. They didn't want to get nobody injured or hurt. I don't know if the effort was all the way there because it was a complete turnaround. I mean, everything. I made a video the week before, and I was so disgusted. And I talked about the things that the Dallas Cowboys were lacking. I talked about heart. I talked about them lacking heart, consistency, fundamentals, discipline, how bad the offensive played, how bad the defense played, how bad Dak Prescott played, how bad the coaching was on both sides of the ball. The special teams was bad. Turpin was horrible. Everything was just bad.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, guys, against Tampa Bay, who everybody thought we would lose to, everybody, Cowboy fans, other fan bases, everybody was looking forward to us losing. My ass even said, I was so pissed off at the Cowboys. My dumb ass even said, I hope we be one and done just to teach us a fucking lesson. I was that upset because the way they played. Yeah. It was just heartless. It was gutless. But that leads me to believe, like, okay, it looked like they were saving because they didn't want to give anything away. And it looked like it worked because we did everything right. Everything that I just named, we did it that last night against Tampa Bay. We had heart. There was consistency. They were moving the ball. We were scoring touchdowns. They were catching. They were wrapping up. They were tackling. Kellen Moore was even calling a good game. Yeah. Not an excellent game, but a good game. Dak Prescott. Haven't seen this Dak since probably 2016, 18. I don't know. It's just everything that he was doing. And I was pissed off at Dak. I was like, man, God damn it, I'm tired of supporting this dude. I've been supporting this dude. Fifth quarter, no, Ishan, I've been supporting this dude since 2016.
Sure have, yep.
And my feelings were hurt. My feelings were hurt, man. I'm like, dude, you need to get it together. I'm tired. I've been tired for a long time, but I was really tired. But last night, the way he played was just, it was almost perfect. Like his decision making, you guys said his decision making, and just executing, and Kellen Moore just digging in the playbook. The line was blocking; they were doing some switchy things with the offensive line. I saw them put an offensive lineman back at fullback. They were just kind of trying different things, and everything was just working. Even on the defensive side of the ball, Michael Parsons was playing like Lawrence Taylor damn near last night. So with all that being said, I was very proud. I wasn't like, oh, Super Bowl. But I will say this, and I heard it all day long, and I can agree with it. If they play like this, if we can package that, if we can package that game last night and take it to San Francisco and take it to Frisco, if we can just package, just generate it and just put it in a bag and take it there. Hey man, the sky's the limit. We're unstoppable. Now, the Tampa Bay had some weaknesses. They had a lot of weaknesses. They weren't as good as we thought they were going to be. But maybe our play kept them from being as good as we thought they were going to be. You get what I'm saying? You got to give credit where credit is due. Coverage-wise, we were doing okay. But I said a couple of days before the game, I was talking to a buddy of mine at work. I said, what's going to win this game and who plays the best defense? And who makes the least mistakes. I think the Dallas Cowboys might have had 1 or 2 penalties that whole game.
Yeah, it wasn't that many.
So they were actually able, and y'all listen to me, this is the last thing I'm going to say. They were actually able to play football yesterday. They were actually, when you eliminate, when you take out mistakes, when you take out bonehead mistakes like they've been making all season long, when you take out penalties, when you take out interceptions, turnovers, fumbles, you know, with the exception of the damn special teams with the kicker. Oh my God. But when you factor all that out, you're actually able to play football. They were actually playing football yesterday.
Yeah.
And that's what I haven't seen in a couple of months. I was like, where was this team at? I guess they were saving it. I guess it worked. You get what I'm saying? So, but that's my opinion about the game. I mean, I don't know if y'all get into detail with the running game or whatever. But
we about to.
But
man,
I ain't gonna talk too long. I just wanted to get that out.
That's a good point. Like,
That's
I mean, just to follow what you said, you take away all them dumb ass penalties and let them play head to head football with these teams. We can beat them because we're better than a lot of them. And like you said, they actually did play football. We saw a football game. They played. That's a good damn point. Like, they really played football yesterday, man. We weren't playing from behind. We weren't playing from 15-yard penalties. Man, that's a good day. That's a good day. See, that's why I love we get everybody minds on here, man, because everybody could just make somebody think about something. And that's a great damn point. They really played football last night.
Dan Quinn ain't forgot Tom Brady stole that Super Bowl from him. He had to you know, he was like, oh, do nothing else. We were getting his ass tonight.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right. So
remember 2 Super Bowls that he stole. When he was coordinated with the Seahawks.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He was the coordinator with
right.
Okay. This is the first time beating the Buccaneers. I mean, beating Tom Brady.
Right.
Look, so next we're gonna, we've been on this 1980. We all been talking about this. Cowboys abroad. The last time we talked about this, he was still decent. Because that's how long it's been since we did a live. But let's go into our number 1 and number 2 running back. Zeke at this point, I mean, it's Zeke, a funny thing to me, I always thought was funny. Till the day he retired. I swear to God, I love when Big Ben didn't have nobody else just so he can take out running. I thought seeing that big joker run slow as a snail was the funniest thing in the world. And I'm really starting to not like Zeke run the ball no more. Serious, Zeke has this thing he do. As soon as he get the ball, he does this little hop. And that's just 2 steps he could have added to his run. He does this little hop, or he do the little side to side thing. 19, you know how they do when they hop side to dummy. He does that in the backfield, and he don't do it with a forward lateral push. He does it side to side. He don't move forward. Most guys do it in an angle that pushes them forward. Zeke does it just side to side, like he hopping side to side by the dummies. And I'm like, why is he doing this? And Zeke is gonna continue to be our number 1 because this is the way Jerry Jones goes. But tough question, Eshaun, would you at this point going forward and starting this week, would you, just to give the offensive spark at the beginning of the game, started with Tony Pollard? And how have you felt about Zeke this season? And would you bring him back? So it's 3 questions. Would you start TP just to give it a burst?
Yeah.
How you feel about Zeke this season? And would you bring him back?
So going into would I start TP? I would, in the respect, I mean, Troy Aikman said it in the game too, where like a lot of people are concerned about, him, running between the tackles or whatever the case might be, but he's done it fairly well for us this year.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen any slippage in it. I mean, he's young, so that's another factor. But there's a thing. I mean, their carries are fairly even. I mean, as far as what I know, right? So I mean, I think to start out the game, put TP in for the fact of, I mean, because when my fear is, I mean, even the first 3 drives, for example, when Dak was, or when we didn't get anything going, not just Dak, but San Francisco or better teams can take advantage of that, if we don't score. And so to start the game, we need to come out fast. And the running game is a big contributor to that, I think. So, like, I mean, you saw the way TP, like, I mean, when we got our first scoring touchdown, when he was running up the guy, he had that immediately when he saw an opening, boom, he was through the hole. And so I think Zeke is better for if you want to punch it in at the goal line, or if it's like 4th and inches or some shit, cool, all for it. But like, if we're running for first down, second down, then I think we need some sort of explosive guy in the backfield to put the defensive guys in the box. Maybe that'll open up a play action game as well. So to start the game, why not put TP in just to, keep defenses on their toes? And then once they get worn out, then, Zeke can be the hammer that finishes it up. And so but then, going into whether I think we should retain him for the future, I say, I mean, why not? I mean, now he's not, I know we're paying him like a running back, but we're utilizing him more as a fullback, at least this season we have been. So, I mean, it's working as far as what I'm seeing, as far as the 1-2 punch. So keep the carries fairly even. Start Tony Pollard, then go to Zeke, have it go back and forth. I mean, Zeke has not had a problem with it as far as an ego check, from what I have seen. So that should not be an issue. So I think, so start TP. If we're going to utilize Zeke, it depends as well as, if we're retaining him in the future, whether, again, he's trying, the payday as well is another factor. So now he's an aging running back, as far as his body's concerned. So, I don't know whether he'll do that, whether he'll want the bag or not. But that'll ultimately predicate upon whether we keep him, I think. Because if he's trying to break the bank again, that's not going to happen. We all know that. So if he's willing to cut it back a little bit and be a part of the team, then I say keep him. But it would depend on his side versus whether the Cowboys want to keep him, if that makes sense. So that's really where I am. And then you asked, what was the last question that you asked? I forget.
How do you feel about his season this year?
His season, given how we've used him, I'd say he's done fairly well this year. I would just say, again, start, Tony Pollard for the explosiveness in the beginning.
Okay.
Because in the beginning of the game, like, I understand, like, some people think if it is flipped, doesn't, like, we start Zeke first or whatever. But, again, coming to my thing about, okay, hey, like, if we start out slow and then we get behind, then we've shown that we've just abandoned the run game to begin with. As much as it pisses me off that we do that, that's the reality of our offensive coordinator, that he has done that. So to keep us ahead, start with the more explosive player, finish with the stronger player, quote unquote. So I think that's really where we should go. Yeah.
Cowboys abroad. How you feel about, coming out with Tony Pollard just to do something different, something explosive, so they can come out, the defense, that defense come out there, wear them down a little. Going forward, what would you do with Zeke? And also how you feel about his season this year?
Well, I'll just say this. If we decided to do that, I'll be okay with that. I think Pollard's earned the right to start. If we decided to start Pollard. But me personally, I'm a fan of what we're currently doing. And right now, we're currently using Zeke to absorb some of those body blows, to wear down those big guys up in the middle, to take those little punches, man, and those 2 or 3 hard yards that we get, and that keeps Pollard fresh so he can be explosive. So when Pollard come in, man, he ain't going up against a fresh D-line. He going up against a D-line that's already had the tackle big ass Zeke. I already had to grind it out, just run the power back. So I like the idea. Of we hit him with this body blow. We hit him with this body blow. Okay, you've been taking these body blows. Now we're gonna switch it up on you. We're gonna put this fast dude in there, this quick dude, that can hit the hole. And after you've been hitting your damn, I don't know if you ever been punching the gut, but after you've been punching your damn stomach good enough, you don't want to chase. Last thing you want to do is chase out to a fast, elusive guy that can explode on you at any minute. So I like the idea that we wear down defenses with Zeke. We wear down defenses with Zeke, and then put and then bring in Pollard, put in Pollard and let him be explosive and do what he do, and he stay fresh, and he can do that the whole game because he ain't taking all those hits up the middle. He ain't taking all those hits up the middle. He ain't taking all those body blows. We got a guy with fresh legs, a fresh body, a guy, man, that's ready to go, and he can come in and he can just punch him in the mouth. So I like that. I like that idea. And I agree with you. I agree with you, Eastside, when you say it's going to depend on Zeke. I think what we got to do with Zeke is the reality of it is, regardless of why, and what we're doing with the game plan, the reality of it is his numbers are down, his touches are down, his role in the game plan has slightly diminished. So that means that we're going to diminish that paycheck. And we're going to diminish that paycheck. And pay the guy and pay this other dude. I'm not saying it's gonna have to be a huge hit, but you're going to go to this guy and say, hey man, hey guy, I know we're giving you 10 mil. Hey, can we work out something with 6 mil? Because we're going to give this new young kid, a big check. And that's gonna be a business decision on Zeke as to whether or not he want to do that.
Yeah.
And that's just the way business is going. Now, if we can work out something financially, I like the 1-2 punch between Zeke and Pollard. I like the way we use them. For the most part, I would like to see more of us. Hell, putting both of them in the backfield. I've been saying that forever. I'd like to see us put both of them in the backfield and have some design packages for both of them on the field at the same time. You got 2 running backs out there that can both run and catch, and you don't know what the hell we're about to do with our offense. Whether Zeke's part of the long playing plan, not playing, it's gonna come down to the business. It's gonna come down to the business side of it.
Yeah.
But we can't ignore the reality. We can't ignore the reality that this new kid is a 1,000-yard rusher. He made the Pro Bowl. Zeke didn't. Zeke's role and touches have diminished every year since 2016. His numbers have gone down. Now, am I saying Zeke ain't doing his job? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying Zeke's not important to this offense. He's absolutely important to this offense. He got a very important role in this offense. But it ain't the same role that we paid him $12, $13, $14 million a year to do. We've changed the dynamics of the roles. So we got to change the dynamics of the business aspect of it, and whether or not Zeke is part of the Cowboys will depend on whether or not he's willing to accept that, and what his value is on the open market. And right now, I don't know what the value for a 28-year-old diminishing running back with his numbers consistently going down and what he's going to draw when he goes out there.
It's not going to be that much. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I gotta leave it at it depends.
Okay.
But do I like him? Do I like him to stay? Yeah, I like him to stay. Do I see a role for him here? Yeah. Same role? No. We're not in the same position.
Yeah.
So that's where we at with that.
All right. Cowboys champ, man. How you feel about coming out with TP just to do something different and where Zeke at and how his season been?
Man, going back for 3 years when Zeke was holding out, I was saying Cowboys should go ahead and start TP.
Mm-hmm.
And over the last 2 seasons, the problem is they wasn't utilizing TP as much as they were using Zeke because Zeke is a money player. And with Jerry Jones, whoever making the most money, regardless of production, they gonna be out there. And you see from last year and this year, Zeke his productivity has gone down. He mainly used as a a third down back, actually. TP, when he get one cut, he gone.
Mm-hmm.
He's automatically a home run threat each time he can get the ball. But at the same time, the Cowboys, they're gonna have to have a younger version of a Zeke, if you know what I mean. because if you want to keep Pollard, he cannot be the everyday down back because he not built for that. He built for speed. Matter of fact, this remind me of the 2007 Cowboys when they had Julius Jones and Marion Barber.
I didn't think about
That was the best. That was a good combination. Now, me personally, should they keep Zeke after this year? Hell no. Too much on the salary cap. Now, if he wants to say drop his payment from I think $30 million to about maybe $5 million or $4 million, yeah, maybe keep him. But man, is a couple of running backs that's coming out in the draft that can be your Zeke replacement. Now, as far as how much they're going to keep Pollard, it all depends on how much he's trying to get.
Yeah.
If not, draft you a Pollard in the draft. But yeah, I would love to keep Pollard. I would love to, but don't overuse him, especially run the game. He, like I said, he just like McCaffrey,
Right.
but stronger version and faster.
Right. Yeah.
But now, if Cowboys don't want to draft a running back, then you got Josh Jacobs out there. It could be a free agent. I don't know how much he want.
Yeah, I think that the running back thing this year, it definitely going to boil down to money over anything.
Yeah. But Zeke, he gone. He gone. But and also, I'm like this. What about the kid Davis? Why he's still on the roster? Use him.
Yeah, that's true.
I like Malik Davis.
That's true.
Yeah, utilize him a little bit with Pollard and throw in Zeke every once in a while.
Okay. Right.
Because there go your three-headed monster right there.
Right on. All right.
But say again, I got to go.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, man.
All right, man. All right. Go Cowboys.
All right. Yeah.
1980, man. How you feel about the running back thing, man? Where you at with it, bro? Just overall.
Well, I hate to agree with Jerry Jones, but it's a good problem to have. He said that a couple of times on 105.3 The Fan. Zeke, bless his heart, poor baby. I like Zeke, man. I like what he's done for the organization.
Yeah.
He ran his ass off for this team. 2016, he was just a monster. I was looking at his stats while we were talking about about his numbers and stuff like that. And he was just a different type of back.
Yeah.
And he was what we needed for a long time. We've been missing a back like this,
Yeah.
I don't want to call him Emmitt Smith or anything like that, but he was a superstar back. And we needed a back. He was very genuine. There was something genuine about him.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess, you don't stay young forever. Running backs get older faster than everybody else. And I guess Father Time is starting to eventually catch up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you need him on this team right now.
Okay.
You need him on this team right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what opened up the running game last night. They put Zeke in there, and they got used to Zeke, and then boom, they put Pollard in there, and they're like, "Whoa, shit! He's faster. I'm used to Zeke. It's mental."
Right. Yeah.
I think for me it's the opposite. I say start Zeke.
Okay.
Because he still can run the ball. He's not gonna just fold up. You get what I'm saying? Obviously Zeke needs that. He's at the age right now. I remember when Emmitt was getting older. He's at the age right now where he needs that perfect block. He needs that perfect block. And I remember when Emmitt was the same way. Emmitt was, when he was younger, he was like Pollard. He wasn't as fast as Pollard, but he was elusive. He was explosive. He was, he had good enough speed to get out in the open, but he'd get caught from behind. And then I remember when he got older, and he just couldn't, hit those holes as fast. And, You know, it happens. It's the NFL. It's life. It's father time. You know, there's really nothing you can do about it. But Zeke is what you need them both. You need them both.
Okay.
Obviously, Pollard is the faster, and depending on who we're playing as well too. There's different style of defenses out there. There's quicker defenses. We're going against the 49ers. Pollard is really going to come in handy this week coming up against the 49ers because I think they got the #1 defense in the league right now. Yeah. And they got a pretty fast defense. So we need a fast back to hit those holes. And we also need somebody to protect Dak when he goes back. And Zeke has been doing that. Zeke has been taking those blows. Those blows that Zeke probably took some years off his damn career. You know,
100%.
You just never know. You get what I'm saying? You got to think. You got to factor all these things. Everybody, oh, Zeke is trash and all that stuff. You don't want to say that because you say Zeke is trash and he'll get in there and score a touchdown. You're like, oh, shit, damn. Because every now and then Zeke will get in there and he'll break one. You're like, oh, shit, that's the old Zeke. That's what I'm talking about. So he's still got a little bit left. Obviously, he's not the old Zeke, but, you know, you need them both. You need them both. Depending on who you're playing, you start Pollard, or depending on who you're playing, you start Zeke. You know, so last night was a perfect example of starting Zeke first and getting that defense used to him, and then boom, Pollard come in, and Pollard can do versatile things. He can come out the backfield and catch passes in the flats, and you know, he just got to work on his blocking a little bit, but he'd be the perfect back if he could block. But he's not as durable as Zeke. Zeke can take those, like Abraz said, Zeke can take those blows. He can take those hits without fumbling the ball and things like that. So, and that's one thing you don't want to do in the playoffs is turn over the ball. So, Dallas Cowboys are doing pretty good at kind of, you know, getting them in, alternating those guys in. But that's just my opinion. That's really not nothing to go too long about. I mean, it's self-explanatory.
Yeah, I hear you.
Depending on who you're playing, you put this guy in, and if the defense isn't that quick, you know, you put Zeke in, let him get some reps or whatever. Yeah. That's my opinion.
Okay. Before we go to the defense, I want to just say my thing about Zeke and Pollard. So, Deontay made a good point. He said we need lightning and then thunder. Pollard the lightning, Zeke the thunder, of course. You know, like in the South, when we got bad weather, you know, most of the time we'll be outside, like, I don't know what it is about or something, but we'll go outside and look at it. I don't know what it is. But in the South, you know, we'll be outside, like, man, getting ugly out here. Then what we see a sky lit up with lightning. Like, oh, let me get in the house. By the time we get through the door, what happens when we get to that door? Boom, that thunder make you run on in the house.
Yeah.
You hear that lightning, then you run. Right behind you know what comes behind that lightning, that thunder. So that's why I agree with Deontay. I feel like you hit him with that lightning first. They'd be like, oh, snap. Then that thunder come behind him. Yeah. So instead of Zeke wearing them down by beating them up there and Pollard come in, I feel like Pollard get them out of breath. And then they weak. Their legs are weak. Their knees are weak because they're trying to keep up with Tony Pollard. That's when Zeke can run through them. Yeah. So I feel like it's the opposite. My thing is, when you got your starting running back averaging 1.2 yards a carry, 1.5 yards a carry consistently, it's time for a different role. And they're kind of switching to that role, but in a sense they teetering. They kind of leave him in that starting role like, man, he gonna find it. He gonna catch it. And he just doesn't catch it. I don't know what game it was. I forgot what game it was. But back to back, we went 3 and out, not this past game, because we ran the ball with Zeke straight up the middle for nothing. He didn't get anything. There was holes there. His running style now is just not the same. He ain't got the breakaway speed. It's just like that speed in 2016 was amazing.
Yeah.
It was. If you go back and look at that, we played Cincinnati.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And we went up the middle, man. Pac-Man Jones, almost ran out his shoe trying to catch Zeke, man. That dude, this breakaway speed was amazing. His body has been beat up so bad. Yeah. You know, granted, he put his body on line for this team. Every dollar he's gotten, he's deserved it, 100%. But I do think that the role that he's in now, it should be a higher percentage of that. I feel like Tony Pollard And people and listen, the dude is not small. Tony Pollard, he's all, I think like 6 foot 2 feet. He's not a small guy. We see him break tackles.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times people say he can't take the beating. Most of the time these guys can't even touch him to get him a hard tackle.
That's true.
Most of the time most time you tackle him, he already going to the ground because he didn't got what he needed, or he on the outside and he run out of bounds.
Yeah.
He don't purposely run into tackles like Zeke do.
Yeah.
That's something he doesn't do. And his speed, the dude, he got that easy breakaway speed.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like people say you beat the defense up, then you put Pollard in. Nah, I feel like you wear him down, then you put Zeke in.
That's where I was at. Yeah.
Like you wear their legs down with Tony Pollard. Wear them down.
Yeah.
And then when Zeke hit them, them legs can't stand up. They ain't strong no more.
Yeah.
Them knees to buckle because they falling. They chasing behind this guy that's a 4'4" guy. They chasing behind him because they tight. You know what I'm saying? So I don't say, get rid of him right now because the dude's a bell cow back. He's a bell cow back. He gonna die for the first down. He gonna get them yards that feel like it hurt. Zeke probably need an ice bath after every game.
Yeah.
But I do feel like if you wear him down with your speed guy, get them legs weak, it's hard to get Zeke down at that point. You know what I'm saying? So, and I do feel like at this point, if you want to keep 20, you're gonna have to either tell, hey, look, man, you gotta take this vet minimum, or you gotta take 3, 4, 5 million, or we're gonna move on because Tony Pollard is clearly, and Malik Davis is a bigger guy. His physique is kind of like Zeke. You know what I'm saying? And I do think Tony Pollard needs a bigger role as far as running because he can wear that defense down, not physically. I mean, not like, as far as beating them up, wearing down, but man, he can get them legs tired.
Mm-hmm.
He's a running back. They're not.
Mm-hmm.
His job is to run. At practice, he run. It's not their job. They can't keep up with him all the time. You get Tony Pollard side to side, and once they think you're going side to side, then you go up the middle, then you got the play action. Man, them linebackers and man, them guys are tired. That's when you put your bell cow in. This is just my opinion, how I feel about it. I do think he should have a bigger role. Zeke should have a smaller role, coming in, beat the guys up after their knees are weak, legs are tired, calf muscles are burning because they're trying to keep up with Tony Pollard. And I do feel like we'll have a bigger success role. I just feel like coming out the gate with Tony Pollard is just a different look. It's a different look. You can come out with a screen pass, whatever, man. Get them guys going side to side. You're not going to play that up the middle with that 49ers defense with Zeke.
Yeah.
Hell, you barely can play it with Pollard because that defense is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That defense is good, man. So that's just how I feel about that. We're gonna transition into, 1980 side of the ball, the defensive side of the ball. We've been having DB problems all year. Me for one, I haven't been too hot on Trayvon this year because I feel like when he plays a lot of soft coverage that I don't like. But we've had guys, we brought different guys in. We put the murderer in, Boss Man Fats. Nashawn Wright, Nashawn Wright played pretty good.
Oh God.
Deron Bland is nice. And Kwamu did pretty good last night.
Yeah.
Morris Claiborne 2.0, Xavier Rhodes. We brought him in. We didn't see much last night, and
oh my God.
Just the defensive side of the ball, and I'm including Dan Quinn on this.
Okay.
My cousin said, he said, man, if y'all defense can't get turnovers, y'all not gonna win the game. He said he feel like our winning is based upon our defense getting turnovers. And my question is, Eshaun, do you think Dan Quinn is more of a, because this I feel like Kellen Moore. I feel like Kellen Moore is a show off. I feel like Kellen Moore is, hey, look at me. Look at this play I do. Even if it ain't successful, Kellen Moore would just want he just want to show a trick play. Yeah. He wants something on the field that he designed to be put into reality. He just want to see it. That's why you see a lot of dumb backfield stuff with Kellen Moore. Yeah. Do you feel like Dan Quinn is like a stunt and scheme type of DB that just want to get the sack, and then have it on his record like, oh man, Dan Quinn, his defense got this many sacks this year. I feel like he does that, and that's why teams can run on us, because we specifically just try to go to the quarterback, and these guys run around us. How do you feel about Dan Quinn's style of defense with the players we have?
To answer your first question about do I think he's not as much of a show off as Kellen Moore is, I would say.
Okay.
But there is, I mean, because Kellen Moore does it to a detrimental effect.
Yeah.
To a point. I mean, now I wouldn't say that's the case with Dan Quinn
Okay.
to the degree of Kellen Moore. I mean, there is some of it, I think. I think fundamentally the thing with I agree to a degree with what your cousin said about the turnover thing. Because while we lead the NFL, I think, in takeaways or something, but I think that fundamentally we're not sound up front, I think, in terms of defense. And I mean, it's nothing against the talent because Micah's fantastic. You know, these guys are really talented players, but in terms of the girth, it's not there. You know, and so I think fundamentally it's not as it's not as where it needs to be, which is I think why we've had an issue with the run game all year. And I think my biggest concern with the defense is getting off the field. Like even yesterday, now the Tampa Bay had like almost an 8-minute drive in the first end of the first quarter. Now it offset by the fact that Tom Brady threw the pick, in the red zone, but 7 minutes, you got to get off the field, man. I mean, that's too long of a drive. And that's kind of, I think, because they're not fundamental up front, they're susceptible to being gashed to the run game. And so that then trickles into the secondary with, these guys giving up chunk plays. Now, there's times, even yesterday's game, Mike Evans dropped a pass that would have been a touchdown. Let's be honest. That would have put it up. That would have made it 35-21. So I think, and then your point about Trayvon Diggs, he does play a lot of soft coverage. I noticed that too. Gets on my nerves. I can't lie. But in terms of, people fear him more than they do our other side of the defense, in terms of the secondary.
Yeah.
So they think that Deron Bland's played really well, but the other side being Deshaun Wright, and then I don't know the new kid who, what's his name?
Xavier Rhodes?
No. Who was the other one? Yeah, him. So, they played really well last night. But at the same time, other than Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, they didn't play well yesterday much. And so that you can give credit to our defense for that. But, San Francisco has a lot more explosive players, I think. And so I think, because you have Debo who can be a receiver as well as being a runner. You know what I'm saying? And so it comes down to, for me, to answer your question about Dan Quinn specifically, it's, I wouldn't call him a show off.
Okay.
But I would say he's not necessarily honing down the fundamentals of the defense up front, which is why we're so susceptible to the run game. Now, yesterday it wasn't the case, but Tampa Bay sucks on the run game. Now, San Francisco 100% is going to take advantage of that. That's literally what they do, right? And so it comes down to, for me, in terms of tomorrow's and in terms of San Francisco, we have to be able to stop the run game. Point blank. Otherwise, these guys are going to get everything going, the whole offense.
What would you rather be? Number one takeaways or the number one defense, period?
Number one defense, period.
Exactly. Thank you. Right.
Right. Yeah, because it's just takeaways matter, but if we don't get a pick six, if we don't get a scoop and score, then what happens? It's you can't, that's not a practical thing for every single game. You know what I mean? We have to be fundamental in something. And I don't see that on a consistent basis with the defense as well. They can be, but I don't see it to the level that I'm
exactly, Deontay. Exactly. That's what they do. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, you're good.
Deontay said you can't stunt so much against the run first because you get out of gaps during stunts and get gassed. And that's why I asked you, did you think he was a stunts and schemes guy? Because it seems like they always send either Tank will be like, oh, I'm going to set you up to get your sack, or I'm going to set you up. And it feels like Dan Quinn just let them get away with it. They do that so much, and it seems like he does it with a purpose. I always said Kellen Moore is out there beefing his resume over trying to win a game.
Yeah. No, that's 100% true with Kellen Moore. Yeah.
That's why I asked you the question about.
No, I hear you, man.
Quinn.
I mean, it's with Kellen Moore, it's extremely apparent. I mean, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? But like Dan Quinn's not to that degree. I do think he gets caught up in the whole because we do have fast guys on our front line. So I mean, he gets caught up in the sacks thing. I think wanting everyone to get theirs. But I wouldn't say he's a show off to the degree that Kellen Moore is. No.
Let me tell you something. When Cowboys a broad smile, he think he got something to say. He think he think he about to just kill your point. Go ahead, Cowboy. Go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
Go ahead. How you feel about Dan Quinn, his style of defense, combined with the players we got?
Hey man, I'm just enjoying this. I'm just enjoying the show, man. Enjoying the festivities, man. Man. 1980, DJ, he died here, man. We just, fellowship from us brothers, man. It's just good.
Sir.
I get it, man. I ain't did a true live show, man, in over a year, man. It's been a long time, man. So I'm just enjoying the activity. That's what my smile really comes from.
Okay.
Man. But I think we dream, man. We talking about defense, man. I think we dreaming, man. If we think of DC don't want to show off his pass rush, he want his guys to get out there, grind and shine. He want his guys to get those sacks. Man, and that is and you can tell, man, that we are running gun. We're a running gun offense, man. Our purpose, man, is get after the quarterback and get those sacks. And sometimes to our detriment, man, that we over pursue, that we miss our assignments, that they take advantage of our schemes because, our main purpose in our offense is to put the quarterback on his back, and it is obvious to me. I don't know if it's obvious to you, but it's obvious to me that we believe nobody, nobody can match up with our front. We got that kind of swag, that good feel, that swagger, man. When you say it with your chest, we the best. We the best at this. Yeah. So I think there's that. So if there's some showing off, you damn right. There's some showing off. Now,
exactly.
But I think that I don't so much be stunting scheme, man. I think what it is that we not truly running. It's our personnel packages. We're not truly running a strong side, weak side, middle linebacker. We're using the safeties to do a lot of this stuff. The smaller frame, these smaller frame guys, these guys, man, that are used to being in coverage and not necessarily used to being in run support. And so without those linebackers that contain the run, if you're gonna get out, if you're gonna send your front four, they better get there. They better get there because you don't got that second line of defense.
Right.
I love Cowboys abroad, boy. Go ahead.
So that's what So that's what I feel about. So that's what I feel about that, man. Is that we sometimes we send out pass rush, we over pursue, and then we don't have that big linebacker coming in, man, to clean up the show. We don't have anybody doing mop up duty. We don't have anybody doing micro duty. Hell, the damn safety might have to go with a tight end. I might have to go with a running back that's running weird wild or whatever. So we don't have nobody doing that mop up duty. I mean, then what? You got the guys, man, 7, 8, 10 yards down the field, man, before you get to your second tackle. So that's where I think that's where the scheme lies, man. That the personnel package we doing, we got away from the traditional 3 linebacker set, and with these safeties, I mean, we doing what we can. We can't line up these safeties, man, and run every play with these safeties and run support. That's just not practical.
Right.
So
I like that. Boy, I like that, boy. Yeah. I like that. That's 1980, Ma. I'm gonna ask it a little different for you because this is your thing. This is your side of the ball. You always talk about what we learned in Part 1 of tackling, the basic fundamentals of what a defensive guy's supposed to do. You always you for years you killed Anthony Brown for not turning his head around, and it just seemed like nobody never taught it. With Dan Quinn's style of defense, accompanied by the type of players we got, how do you feel about it, and what would you change if it was up to you? What would you change, and how you feel about it?
Well, when I was growing up, it was either a 4-3 defense or a 3-4 defense.
Okay.
Right now, the Dallas Cowboys are running a 4-2-5 defense. So the middle of the field is always open.
Okay.
You only got 2 linebackers.
Yeah.
And you got 5 DBs. There is no second line of defense because your linebackers are damn near blitzing every time. So where's the second line of defense? There is none.
Right.
So the defense that we run, if you ain't got Charles Haley on one side, Reggie White on the other, or Neil Smith or John Randall in the middle, or Warren Sapp in the middle, it ain't gonna work. It's just not gonna work. Dan Quinn's style is a speed. He's looking for. That's why he got so many DBs out there. It's all speed, but you have to have talent as well. Players are still getting behind us. Our secondary. We're mainly in cover 2 or cover 3. I saw Diggs and some man yesterday, which he followed old boy across the field, which he shouldn't have done. But Diggs has never been a shutdown corner to me.
Yeah.
See, I've seen the best plays, so it's really I'm really finicky when it comes down to.
Oh, I know it. I'm
really a perfectionist when it comes down to, especially the secondary, because turnovers are good. I'm not going to say they're not good, but being a heat-seeking, unstoppable defense, not as far as the secondary goes. Because if your front 4, if your front 7 isn't playing well, your last line of defense is the secondary.
Yeah.
And like Cowboys abroad said, they're not really good tacklers. They're the last line of defense. That's why they're back there. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not going to say they're not. There have been some safeties back in the day that's been monsters like Sean Taylor and Ed Reed and Brock Marion and Darren Woodson and guys like that. They don't make safeties like that anymore. So these style of defenses are designed for players like that because they have the know-how and the will of where to be. But when you don't see any action, like Dion he rarely saw action on his side of the field. That's a good game.
Yeah.
I would take that over pick because that lets you know that side of the field is you don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Diggs is not one of those corners like, oh, well, shit, I ain't throwing over there. I'm not going to throw there. He's not that type of corner. And the reason why he plays so far off because, he's tired. When you get tired and winded, you get back because you can't keep up. You're tired. And when you don't have that wind, you can't keep up. I was guilty of it. I did it myself. When I played corner in high school, college, whatever, and if I was tired, if I was playing offense too, and then had to come in and play corner too, I'm tired. So let me get back. Now at the beginning of the game, I'm up. You see Diggs, he up playing man up. But as you see second, third quarter come, fourth quarter come, you see Diggs, he back because he's tired. So he don't want to play. And a lot of these players, they do exactly what the coaches tell them to do.
Okay.
Right.
That's the problem right there. That's okay to a certain extent. You have to have a feel for where you think that ball is going to go. You have to have peripheral vision. A lot of these cornerbacks, they're still quarterbacks. Dak Prescott, all these quarterbacks, man, they should average 100 yards a game because cornerbacks don't turn their heads no more. They don't even locate the ball no more. 90% of the cornerbacks in today's game, they scared to get beat. They're not gonna even try to make a play on the ball because they too scared. They scared they're gonna get beat. They don't have that type of mental awareness. And that's what it's all about. It's all about being a student of the game, having knowledge of the game, being able to play the refs, being able to play both sides of the ball so you can understand the receiver point of it. It's so much to it. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of these guys aren't being taught. And that's why every week we're seeing the same mistakes over and over and over again because they're still stuck on, okay, this is the way I want to run it. You run this defense. This is the way I want you. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, coach. Yes, coach. Dude, sometimes you got to take it upon yourself. You got to take it upon yourself. Like, for example, I remember one time, this was back in high school, when I was playing corner, and I had double receivers, twins. Come on, we can say twins. And I had to call twins so my other corner could come, the nickel guy could come over and get the inside corner while I'm on the outside. So what they did, they went 5 yards and they crisscrossed. Coach said, if they crisscross, you go with your man. I said, And on the sideline, I said, yes, sir, okay. So when it actually happened, I said, I'm not going on. I told my guy, I said, hey, you whatever man go inside, you take the inside man, and I stick with the outside man. So what I did when they crisscross, I just continued to backpedal. See, all these dumbass NFL players, they run into each other. You see them run into each other and shit.
Yeah.
So when they crisscross, I just stayed backpedaling. My boy, he stayed the backpedal. They threw the ball. I picked it, pick 6. Took it back to the house. Got a pick off that play. And coach was yelling, I said, well, coach, I got a pick off that shit. What the hell are you talking about? You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, hey, you know what I mean? But sometimes you got to have that vision. You got to know how. You got to have that know-how. And it also has to do with the talent that we have. Coaches can only coach the talent they got. You get what I'm saying? So you can't make somebody do something that they don't know how to do it.
Right. Yeah.
They just don't know how.
Yeah.
So you got these coaches dealing with players that develop these bad habits in high school, probably in college, and they bring it to the NFL, and it's never being taught. It's never being like, hey, that's not right. Do it like this, you know. So it's just defense is a real. It can be so elementary at times. It can be so easy at times. If you make it easy, you can make it easy, but you can also make it hard too. And our defense is so wide open because it's built for speed, and it's 4-2-5. So, you know, I've always said go back to the 4-3. You know, because you got 3 linebackers. You get what I'm saying, or maybe 3-4. But in order to run a 3-4, you got to have a hell of a defensive tackle in that bitch, you know, clogging up the hole or whatever. But it's so many different ways you can look at it, man. Sometimes it's not. It depends on the talent. It depends on the coaching. You know, you can't just blame this guy. You can't blame that guy. We just don't have the talent back there. And luckily last night, we were playing an aggressive style defense, and he coached a good game last night. I got to give it to him. You know, it is what it is with the defense. I mean, it's just you got to get off the field. Defense is not designed to run the clock down, to milk the clock. It is designed to 3 and out, get your ass off the field. If you stay out there, you're gonna get tired because you use more energy chasing somebody than you do running, than the offense does running set plays and going to the huddle and stuff like that, having time to rest, unless they're in a hurry up offense. But you use more energy on defense because you're chasing. You're trying to figure out what hole to hit. You're actually chasing somebody. You know, you're trying to keep up with. You're in the zone or whatever. You're man, your zone. You're in deep thirds. You're in middle thirds. You're in quarters or whatever. Seam the flats. You know, all that shit. So just trying to be in the right place at the right time. A lot of those times, man, when those guys get beat, they're in cover 2. Cover 2 is seam to flat. Cover 2 is seam to flat for the cornerbacks. And the safeties get everything over the top. The safeties don't get there. The cornerback has to kind of keep up with them a little bit and let the safety get over the top. But once that ball gets in the air, it's free game. That's my ball.
Yeah.
That's the mentality that you should have. That's my ball. See, now the cornerback, they want to keep up with the receiver. That's all they want to do. Your mentality when that ball is in the air is you are now a wide receiver. You're no longer a cornerback anymore. You are a wide receiver. That is your ball. That's mine. You throwing the ball my way? Shit, that's my ball, dog. We're going to fight for that ball. But see, they don't have the sense, the presence of mind, because they so scared of getting beat. They don't have those cover skills like that to be like, if you read the receiver's eyes, you look at the eyes. If they looking up, the ball is coming. It's coming. They're not looking up and wasting time just looking up at the stars. The ball is coming. When you see Deion will look. I watched film on Deion. Hell, I was on the sideline when Deion was a cornerback in '95 for the Dallas Cowboys. He would read Michael Irvin in practice. He would read Michael Irvin's eyes, and he boom, and I'm there. That's my ball. You get what I'm saying? So it's just how it was, man. And the game is so different now. The coaches, they don't even teach those type of tricks anymore. You get what I'm saying? And then you got to know how to play the refs. The refs are a big deal in games now. You know, they real finicky and real sensitive and sissified now. So if you don't look back and that ball is in the air and you just boom, boom, wailing your hopes in the air and hoping for the best and you run into a receiver, guess what they're going to call?
Pass interference.
You get what I'm saying? So it's just it happens. If you look back, I've said this to DJ before. If I walk towards you, DJ, and I'm looking at you and I run into you, that's intentional.
It's intentional, yeah.
Because I'm looking at you. Now, if I'm walking towards you and I'm looking back, oh shit, my bad.
Yeah.
That's not intentional.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Because we're both looking at the ball, trying to go after the ball. Any type of contact is not intentional. You gotta use your brain. They don't use their brain. I'm sorry, I went too long, man.
No, you're fine. You're fine. We're gonna close it out. I just wanted to get everybody's opinions on Brett Maher. Cowboys, bro, how you feel? You think he gonna get his confidence back this week?
Hey, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I appreciate y'all having me on, dog.
Peace, bro.
You talking about Brett Maher?
Yeah, man, Money Maher, man.
I mean, you just gonna bring that up for the last topic of the conversation, man. You just gonna bring that up,
man. We had that die. We had to finish it, man.
Hey, man, shit. Oh no, man. Brett Maher, man, he had a great season. Great season. Only missed two field goals. Hey, man, maybe one, two PATs. Had a great season.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where he count this bullshit, man. When it's time to play, it's time to play for the marbles. We ready to play for it all. I mean, he want to get the spanky leg. I don't get it. You know, I don't know, man. But I do know this. We gotta have him get it. Shit, he be out there kicking right now. Hell, Star got likes. He be out there kicking right now. We gotta get it together. Man, because the Cowboys are evenly matched with the 49ers. We evenly matched. You know, I'm not gonna say the Cowboys right now are a better team. I'm not gonna say the 49ers are a better team. We are pretty much evenly matched. When you look at our defenses, our personnel packages, and how we do things, we evenly matched. So this game can come down. To special teams and who can damn kick the ball, you know, and who makes the kicks and who don't, you know. Yeah. So I'm just gonna say I'm gonna do it like the Washington game. I'm gonna say it was an anomaly. I mean, we fucked up. We had a terrible fucking game. Nobody's been that bad since 1932. So we just gonna call it a wash. That was an anomaly. Maher, get your shit together, bring your ass home, and you know, and you'll have better than week. I just gotta go on faith that he's gonna get his shit together and he's gonna be ready. Because when we were 4th and 4, and we didn't, and we said no, Maher, you take your ass back over there. We're gonna fucking go for it. You know, fuck it. We don't believe that you can make it right now. We just gonna go for it. You know, and then we brought him in for the PAD. Did he have his shit straight then? Yes, he did. He straightened that shit out and we put his ass on the bench. You know, so I'm just gonna have faith that Maher was just having. He might have got into a fight with the wife. He might have got into a fight with the wife, man. For the girlfriend might have broke up with him right before the game. I don't really know what's going on with him. I'm just gonna say he had a bad. He had a bad day. Anybody had a bad day? He's gonna be all right.
Man,
I ain't got time to find another kicker, man. I ain't got time to find another kicker.
Right.
Get it right.
That's how I feel. I feel the same way. I feel like Maher be hey, like you said, because we had some, the wife don't stay with him. He stay in Dallas in an apartment. His wife and his family, they still in Colorado, so he probably ain't seen him in a while. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think it was just an off game. Everybody feel like they say once you lose, you no. I think Maher be just fine. Somebody just put he's 91% of his kicks this year. He's okay. He made a 60. They actually made him re-kick it. He made it again. I'm fine with Maher. I'm okay. It's a little like Eshawn said at the beginning of the show. It could be a little worrisome because where we're at, we're in the playoffs, and a game could really come down to a kick. And I need him to shake them jitters off. Go to one of them strip clubs in San Francisco this weekend. Get some titties in your face, Maher. Kick a couple of wine bottles over or whatever. Get yourself together. Come out and play. I like Dak telling him, "Hey, look, man, I played crappy last week, man. Brush it off, move on, and be better this week." So, yeah, Ishan, how you feel about it?
About Brett Maher? Yeah, no, I mean, I like Cowboys abroad. I like your optimism.
Yes, sir.
No, man, I gotta love the optimism. I think I'm only coming at it from a place of, I mean, dude, we've been let down so many times in the divisional. I think it's just like, you know what I mean? It's just like I have to see it to believe it, and that's not just with Maher. Like, I mean, I get it. Like the whole season, he played really well this season. I was when at the first game I saw him, I was surprised that we got him back. So
Me too.
I was really happy that he played well all season. I think it's just, I mean, those four points can be the ball game against San Francisco is my only point. And so, I mean, because they're a lot better team. And so I think it's just, if he gets it together, cool. I mean, shit, we all want that. You know what I mean? But it's like, we have to see it to believe it, man. And then, I mean, that's across the board for everybody from Dak Prescott to the offensive line, the run game, play calling, coaching. The consistency has to be there.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
for sure.
we're not going to do anything. And so that's really what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm gonna do a halftime spiel, a halftime game. I'm really gonna come and do that, man.
Great. Yeah.
We're in the playoffs, so I'm gonna be active during the playoffs. Hopefully, this ain't our last game this week. I hope, man. Hope we get past San Francisco. We're gonna beat either the Eagles or the Giants. We'll beat either one of them.
Yeah.
We get past San Francisco. I ain't gonna say. I don't want to jinx. I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah, man.
We get past San Fran, we all right though. But I appreciate y'all coming on, man.
Oh man, I appreciate it, man.
It's been good seeing you, Cowboys and brother. It's been so long, man.
Hey man, great seeing you both, man.
Come back on Sunday halftime. We're gonna talk, man.
All right, man.
All right, holla at y'all, man. Hey, appreciate this crowd, man. Thank y'all.
All right, take care, man.